let's talk about AI a little bit more because starting November 30th, when ChatGPT was launched, really the conversation came at the national level. So I do want to discuss this a little bit. The first question I get from people whenever AI comes up is, am I going to lose my job? Something that really stuck out to me in your campaign ad was that you said you would utilize AI to grow American jobs. How are you doing that?
Sure. So 65% of Americans think that a robot's going to take their job. And that fear is understandable. But when you realize that AI is an actual tool, right? And it's a tool that can improve efficiency and capabilities, right? It's going to disrupt industries, but it's also something that's going to make us more effective. And so that is the vision that we have to achieve. It starts with doing some basic things. I think there should be regulation that says AI needs to follow the law. One of the mistakes we've made with technologies over the years is we always carve it out, right? Like we carved social media out of the Communications and Decency Act of, I think it was in the 80s or 92 or something like that, and that was a mistake. Right, knowing what we know now about social media, we shouldn't have done that back then. And so, let's say we have a lot of laws that say you can't discriminate. So let's make sure AI has to follow that law. Period. Full stop. Also, when a algorithm or an AI system is above a certain size, right? Let's call it like really powerful. Let's just say really powerful AI. There should be some kind of a permit, or have NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, say, hey, we're going to review this because it is so powerful, and make sure that this isn't going to get out of control. That's something, you and I, if we wanted to build a nuclear power plant, we can't just go do it, right? You gotta get a permit. And so that's something we should do for very powerful systems. And so those are two very simple steps that we can take. Also, making sure that the government is using it in order to provide better services. And most importantly, we got to make sure our kids are ready for this. Right? We should have coding in middle school. And look, my generation, I'm Gen X. If we didn't know how to type, you weren't getting a job, right? And in this day and age, if you don't understand some kind of statistics or data analytics, or familiar with how to use these tools, you're not going to get a job. And so we need to be making sure that our kids are ready for this, and then also having ability to current workforce, people in the current workforce, not being able to get the tools that they need. And that's a role. There's a role for the government to play. So those are three things that we can do, and be something that I spend time on day one, because guess what? I've been spending a lot of time thinking about and dealing with this issue all the way back since 2015, when nobody thought that this was a thing and that this was all sci-fi.